Next, Chris and I are going to talk about a recent phishing campaign that was posted up by Blackpoint Cyber, who works with IT companies like us, and they have a lot of useful information that they send out through email and post up to their blog. On this one, this was actually uncovered by somebody at Fortinet he's a security researcher. And what they're doing here is they're exploiting the fact that people aren't keeping their Microsoft Office up to date, specifically Excel. And there was a vulnerability and a patch released by Microsoft, looks like back in 2017, 2018. Believe it or not, there's still machines out there that didn't get the patch. Basically, how it goes is, they get phished. So somebody sends a phishing email, they click on the link, it does some work in the background, maybe launches a script, and then looks for that vulnerability on the system, they didn't patch for the Microsoft Excel program, and sees that it's vulnerable. It's able to download the exploit, what they call a remote access Trojan, or RAT for short. Yeah, I guess this is why we mentioned, Chris, keeping everything up to date, your operating system, your Microsoft Office, and your third-party applications, because this is their way in. Do you have anything else to add to that, Chris?
Yeah, just I'm not surprised there are a lot of people with out-of-date versions of Office. But it could have things to do with some people using legacy software too. We've had clients in the past that have, they have to use 32-bit Office. They need to use some old add-in, and in order to get that to function properly, they might hold off on updates. There's a balance between they got to find a way to maintain that and remain secure, which is quite challenging.
So maybe you can, we've talked about this before, but maybe you can mention one of the ways to possibly reduce some of that risk. If you have a machine has to be on the network, but it's older, what's a way that you could, reduce that risk? I'm thinking in terms of network devices like a firewall, switch, like
So
what can you do there?
you could VLAN the device off on its own, logical network. Also, sometimes people have old XP-based systems and they just virtualize it, and it may not need internet access. So they'd throw it on a VLAN and they'd lock it down. It'd be air gapped. No connections going in or out.
Right.
That's another thing to consider as well.
So what they call air gapped, right? Like, so the only way that you're going to transfer information is maybe like a thumb drive, a external drive or something like that. But it doesn't get network access at all. It doesn't get internet access. We've had to do that in some instances, for example, like a manufacturing company, right? They may have a press machine that is tied to some older operating system computer that is kind of the brains of it. They might not want to throw out a $50,000 or $100,000 press. They might want to get a couple more years out of it. Maybe you can air gap that so it's not on the network. So that's a great example, Chris. Okay, so just again, in summary, make sure you can patch keep your stuff all up to date, your software, because that's how they get in. Chris has mentioned it before, but phishing is one of the big entry points, and security awareness training can help with that in your spam filtering. All right, Chris, have a good day. Thank you.
You too. Bye.